Hello and welcome to today's video, guys. In this video, we will be doing a memory quiz of the most important ITTOs from the topic Resource Management of PMBOK Edition 6. This video is a continuation of the ITTO flashcard playlist where I have already covered integration, scope, schedule, cost and quality management ITTOs for you. So if you have not watched those videos yet, make sure you go ahead and check out those videos as well. So let's start with how to memorize the most important ITTOs from the topic Resource Management of your PMP exam. ITTOs form a very important part of your PMP exam, guys, and you can expect a lot of situational questions linked to ITTOs. If you want to check what these type of questions are, you should definitely check out my 200 question mock simulator on Udemy. The link will be provided in the description box. Now let's jump right onto the quiz where we'll be focusing on the most important ITTOs that you need to remember for resource management. And that way we will use Pareto's 80-20 to focus on the most important part of your syllabus that will generate the maximum number of questions in your PMP exam. So the rules of the quiz, guys. We will focus on ITTOs on resource management today. Questions as usual will come as flashcards, and this time the number of questions will be 15, and please remember that you need to redo the quiz again and again until you start scoring greater than 12. Okay, so that way it will become much more easier for you to remember the ITTOs. So always remember to redo the quiz till you start scoring greater than 12. You will have about 15 seconds to think of an answer, and there will be explanations provided after every flashcard. And this quiz will provide you a score analysis in the end, which will help you to identify your gaps and the next steps of how you should prepare for it. Okay, so are you ready? This time as well, we have an audio version for you guys so that you can listen to this quiz while you are driving or working out in the gym. So let's start with question number 1. What is the tool and technique in the process plan resource management, which is a level-by-level breakdown of resources with an increasingly detailed description of the resource which can be used in conjunction with WBS to plan the resources? The answer: resource breakdown structure. The resource breakdown structure is a hierarchical list of team and physical resources related by category and resource type that is used for planning, managing and controlling project work. Note that the creation of this document starts during this stage to classify the categories of the resources in the project. More on this later. Okay. Now let's move on to question number 2. What is the tool and technique in the process plan resource management which shows the project resources assigned to each work package? The answer: responsibility assignment matrix, or in short RAM. RAM shows the project resources assigned to each work package. It is used to illustrate the connections between work packages or activities and project team members. Question number 3. Provide an example of a text-oriented format tool and technique in the process plan resource management that is used to document the roles and responsibilities of team members. Answer: RASI chart. RASI chart is an example of a text-oriented tool and technique that is used during plan resource management. Check the slide for an example. If you are liking these videos, guys, please subscribe to my channel and make sure you hit that like button as well. And now let's move on to the next question. ITTO question number 4. What is the output of the process plan resource management that establishes the team values, agreements, and operating guidelines for the team? Answer: team charter. The team charter is a document that establishes the team values, agreements, and operating guidelines for the team. It may include team values, communication guidelines, decision-making criteria, conflict resolution process, meeting guidelines, etc. ITTO question number 5. What is the input of the process estimate activity resources that documents the working days, shifts, and availability pattern of resources considered in the project? Answer: Resource calendar. Resource calendar identifies the working days, shift, start and end of normal business hours, weekends and public holidays when each specific resource is available. Information on which resources are potentially available during a planned activity period is used for estimating resource utilization. ITTO question number 6. What are the types of resource estimation techniques in the tools and techniques of the process estimate activity resources? Answer: expert judgment, analogous estimating, parametric estimating, bottoms-up estimating, and three-point estimating. These are the similar techniques which you have already learned in your cost management. Okay, so check the slide for more details. ITTO question number 7. What is the output of the process estimate activity resources, which is a hierarchical representation of resources by category and type? Answer: resource breakdown structure. The resource breakdown structure is a hierarchical list of team and physical resources related by category and resource type that is used for planning, managing, and controlling project work. Remember that in plan resource management process, the resource breakdown structure was used to guide the categorization for the project, but in this process, it is a completed document that will be used to acquire and monitor resources. ITTO question number 8. What is the output of the process estimate activity resources which provides the quantities of resources required for each work package? Answer: resource requirements. Resource requirements identify the types and quantities of resources required for each work package or activity in a work package and can be aggregated to determine the estimated resources for each work package, each WBS branch, and the project as a whole. ITTO question number 9. What is the tools and techniques of the process acquire resources which uses communication technologies such as email, audio conferencing, social media, web-based meetings, and video conferencing? Answer: virtual teams. The use of virtual teams creates new possibilities when acquiring project team members. Virtual teams can be defined as groups of people with a shared goal who fulfill their roles with little or no time spent meeting face to face. ITTO question number 10. What is the output of the process acquire resources which actually assigns physical team members into predefined roles and responsibilities? Answer: physical resource assignments and project team assignments. This is where the names of individuals are assigned to resource assignment matrix and project organization charts. ITTO question number 11. What is the output of the process acquire resources that documents the working days, shifts, and availability pattern of resources considered in the project? Answer: resource calendar. Resource calendar identifies the working days, shifts, start and end of normal business hours, weekends and public holidays when each specific resource is available. Information on which resources are potentially available during a planned activity period is used for estimating resource utilization. Now remember this chart, guys. You have seen as of now that there are a lot of examples of responsibility assignment matrix, resource breakdown structure and resource calendar coming as an input, tools and techniques or output. Now if you note this chart, you will see that responsibility assignment matrix is only a tool and technique which is used in plan resource management, which is in the planning phase. If you see resource breakdown structure, you will see that it's cyclic in nature. It's formed as a plan resource management tool and technique in the planning phase. Then it's an output of estimate activity resources in the planning phase, and the same is used as an input for control resources in the monitor and control phase. Okay, so it's a bit cyclic in nature, and the same as resource calendar. So if you see resource calendar, it's an input of estimate activity resources in the planning phase, acquire resources in the execution phase and develop team in the execution phase, but it forms as an output of acquire resources in the execution phase. So guys, always try to remember that the resource breakdown structure is formed as an output of estimate activity resources and the resource calendar is formed as an output of acquire resources. Take a reference of this chart in your study notes or take a print screen of this chart at this point of the video. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question. ITTO question number 12. What is the tools and techniques of the process develop team that focuses on activities that enhance the team's social relations and build a collaborative and cooperative working environment? Answer: team building. Team building is conducting activities that enhance the team's social relations and build a collaborative and cooperative working environment. Team building activities can vary from a 5-minute agenda item in a status review meeting to an off-site professionally facilitated event and much more. ITTO question number 13. What is the output of the process develop team that provides an analysis or assessment of the developmental opportunities for a team? Answer: team performance assessments. As a result of conducting an evaluation of the team's overall performance, the project management team can identify the specific training, coaching, mentoring, assistance, or changes required to improve the team's performance. ITTO question number 14. What is the tool and technique of the process manage team which uses 5 different techniques as below to drive synergy between team members? The techniques being withdraw, smooth, compromise, force, or collaborate. Answer: conflict management. Successful conflict management results in a greater productivity and positive working relationships. Check the slide for more details. ITTO question number 15. What is the output of the process control resources which provides a comparison that can show gaps in resource availability that needs to be addressed? Answer: work performance information. Work performance information includes information on how the project work is progressing by comparing resource requirements and resource allocation to resource utilization across the project activities. This comparison can show gaps in resource availability that needs to be addressed. That's the end of the quiz, guys. Check your score and plan your action according to the chart that's given here. As I have discussed previously, if you score anywhere between 0 to 11, you should always redo the quiz again and again till you start scoring greater than 12. I hope this quiz was useful and clarified a lot of concepts and a lot of doubt related to things like resource assignment metrics, resource calendar, etc. Thank you for watching today's video and I'll see you again soon in another awesome video like this. Bye bye.